Hello guys, this is a video on my new channel, and today we will be checking out the Toyota AE86 Sprinter by Schumacher, and I will be going for the first base model, which is the base trim. It doesn't show much horsepower, but it says the description is the Japanese base trim level with no plastic, front and rear bumpers, as well as a beige interior with the Torino front end. This is the first look in it, but you can hear the ding, so it's a little outdated. So if you just go to the vehicle config and go to speed chime and press empty, then it gets rid of it. But it used to work when I think you went over 60 kilometers an hour. So this is the first look of it. There's obviously no working doors. It has pop-up headlights and no working no accessories you can really press. And I'm going to drive around with it, and the back works. Then here's the interior. Steering wheel works. Sadly though, the shift knob doesn't work. Handbrake works. And then, don't know if you can see, but the pedals work. Pedal works on it. So now I'm gonna let you have a look. Here. And it has working indicators. Quite obnoxious noise, but if you go far away, it's like actively on the thing, no matter how far away you are. Because you see, I'm all the way over here, and it's just there. I can still hear it. And that's not much of a problem. And now we will try. This is the base model, not so much horsepower. And now I will go to the next one, which is the American hatchback export model with a large US bumpers and left-hand drive. Again, I'm just going to get rid of the speed chime. This model looks better. It just has a different paint job, and it's a hatchback, not a sedan. And it's a manual, but different interior. There's a different steering wheel, and the handbrake and everything else works, except it's just left wheel drive. And I'll let you have a little beep. And I'm going to also it has pop-up headlights and the same indicators. And then I'm also going to show you the under the bonnet. Has a naturally aspirated twin cam 4-cylinder, 16 valve. Now I'll go for the next model, the next higher up model, which I think is going to be the Torino Hatch Automatic Edition, made for sporty grandpas, which, yeah. Again, speed trim. This is the same, except you see the gears actually work. The gear selector, unlike the manual one, which doesn't work. Handbrake and all works, except just different color interior and same noise. Sportier looking rims. now, this is the AE86 Sprinter Black Limited, the most expensive and rarest AE86 you can find. Just barely 2,000 examples are made, and they are still rising in value. Rising. Comes with different seats, steering wheels, badges, interior buttons, and an orange clock. Again, just the little seat there. Now this has some obvious differences from the other couple of models. See that the lettering is in a gold color and has Black Limited written on it. Black Limited on the side, on the skirts, Torino and gold. All the lettering is mostly in gold. Torino and gold there. And the same rims as the previous one. Then the inside has twin cam 16 on the steering wheel. Then also gold gauges. And then also the shifter, even though it doesn't work, it still is gold. It's a 5-speed, it's a manual again. And then handbrake, as always, works. But it has some very, poor mesh quality of Apex running on it. But still. And it has the same engine as all the previous ones. And also then the same rims. And now under the bonnet. It's the same, naturally aspirated before. Now we'll go to the next better looking one, which is the police edition. It's rare, and even in Japan you'll probably never see it as an Hachiroku as a police vehicle, but it's really nice to look at. Again, speed change. This is how it looks. It has that little strip that most Japanese cars have. Same rims as all the previous ones. Police written on the side. And then practically the same as most of the other ones. And the same interior as most of them. And it's naturally aspirated and the exact same as all the other ones. So now, and then the siren. Just the right zone. And then 3 and 1. Now I'll be going to the next one, which is going to spice it up a little bit. The tuned. Stage 1 turbocharger. Big wing, hatch, and nice red-black paint job. It's an awesome little tuner car. Now this is where it starts to get better. It has a carbon fiber bonnet, different rims, nice looking rims, and a black and white overall. And then this is the back of it. It has the big wing on the back, and then same interior as last time, except I'm pretty sure it has a different steering wheel. And then I'll let you have a look through it. Turbo speeds. And then I'll take the bonnet. These just drop them. So now you can actually see a small turbocharger. And then it's really honestly the only difference. And then also the lower suspension, and which I think quite bad driving, because you can see it bounces a little bit, which isn't too good. Now we'll go to the next edition, which is the Rally edition. I may as well just do them both. It says showy rally skin, rally suspension, as well as a stripped interior, ready to race some rally stages. This time there's a lot of more drastic. There's the little front headers, but they're off for some reason. Not exactly sure. 4 written on the side, rally rims, and then just some manufacturers fail written on the top. A spoiler, then the back, all blue, and then the exhaust pipe is different. Because you can hear there's a lot more like crackling, and then also you can hear the turbocharger. Then the inside has the roll cage, racing seats, and then that's kind of it. And then it also has the little beam navigator, and that's, oh yeah, and then the little gauge there. I don't think works. I don't think it does. No, except for the little gauge on it. I think that's the only thing that works. And then I'll show you under the bonnet. Probably the same as the other ones. And now I'll show you the other one. The other edition. Sorry, I forgot. This one though has the wheel speed share. I'm just going to take that off. Now this one, you can see has a wide body fender, wide body quarter panels, little YouTube thing there with their last one called one, and then it has I don't know why it just opened on it. Anyways, and then 913 ring on the side, and then Heli on the top, and then Levin GT8X and it sounds practically the same as all the others. Except this one, this Rally Edition, is not turbocharged, so it has the same engine as practically all the other ones. Now the next one is the stanced one. It's low, really low. You can't really drive it, but it looks damn cool with a wide body kit and the 4-screen color. And this is how it looks. It's horrible looking, to be honest. It has an upgraded bonnet, very steezy rims. It has, and that's really good now that you hear it. And then the inside has a different steering wheel than all the others, and then the roll cage, you won't be needing it. And then for some reason, one of the I guess whoever modded this doesn't really care about their passengers, because the passengers just get the stock, then you get the race one. And now I'll show you under the bonnet, which probably just got some of all the others. But then it's impossible to practically drive. Except if there wasn't any skid plate, you just wouldn't be able to drive, but I'll show you. I'm going to drive comment banana if it looks cool. Now I'll show you the next one, which are the last 3 I'll be showing. The last actually 4 I'll be showing you. This is the AE86 Sprinter Drift. Japanese drifting in a powerful AE86 with upgraded intercooler and lots of power. It has anime person on the side, 808, and then different rims than all the other ones. And then just JDM, twin cam, all that stuff. Same as one of the other ones, except there's no passenger seats or all that. One thing about this mod is you can see kind of through the fender, which isn't really much of a problem unless you're specifically looking for it. And then it has no front bumper, of course, and then I'm sure under the hood. But the exact same as all the others. And then I'll let you have a wee listen to it. Have a go drifting with it, but it won't be too good. edition AE86 Sprinter race. This is one of the most iconic AE86s. Comes with a racing livery and the legendary Formula Atlantic 20V slip-top engine which revs up to 12,000 RPM. Racing shocks, springs, brakes, and tires that can make this a beast on the track. Now, this one has different rims. It's the Levin, so it doesn't have the top headlights. A massive spoiler on the back, Toyota written on it. Then the obvious paint scheme, which has a Nintendo Switch in it. And then the interior, which has a different steering wheel. And then that's about it. And then 2 racing seats. And now I'll let you have a listen because it's different to all the other ones. I don't know why, but the boot just popped open. Not sure how. So, and I have one question. Why is Nintendo Switch written on it? Because like Nintendo, the Switch was built in like I think not sure, like maybe 2014. I think, not sure. And this car, I'd say, was probably put out of racing in like 2000s, 90s. So I have a cool racing, but I just run the radio. It's very tail happy racing. I'll be showing you because I forgot to show you earlier. Oh no, there's 2. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. The time attack one. One of the fastest AE86 ever built. You really need some skill to handle this beast. This one has it burbles a lot. I don't know really why. And then the same spoiler as one of the rally editions. Blue and black overalls. Black rims, small little wide body kit, but then a big one on the back. And I'll let you have a look, just so loud. And this goes to 3.1 PSI per bar. So let's have a look at it. It's kind of the exact same, to be honest, really. And then I'd say it probably has around 5 and then the inside has a racing wheel and red and no seats and a red roll cage. So I'll have to go like this, but probably the last one I'll be showing you, and then I'll be showing you one extra thing, is the Initial D tofu delivery. Initial D is the keyword. Time to deliver some tofu. Again, it just has the Wii thing on it. So now, this has the same idea as the racing. Tell you is the crash physics, because I mean you obviously have to know the crash physics. So I'll take the stock one and I'll test it out. This edition, the sedan, and then also hatchback. So, oh my, right. Let's see. So my controller just kind of unplugged itself. I just used the mouse. So I'm just going to show you the crash physics, which is okay. There's a little bit of spiky bits still in it. The frame's bent. It's quite good, It's quite realistic, to be honest. And now the last thing I'll be showing you is just the other edition, and then that's it, which is bouncing mirror. The annoying thing. Now I will be trying this. It's practically the same. For some reason, the spiky bit's still there, and that's really it. To be honest, that's how the windshield looks when it's cracked. That's really it. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I said this at the start, but credit to Schumacher. He's the person who made this. But I think I'm pronouncing his name right. You can go get this mod on the forums, and to be honest, that's really it. So, alright. Yeah. Okay. Bye.